let's jump right in. Now, listen, what I've done over the past week when I was preparing for this, when I learned that Catherine was going to be here, is to think about things that I have challenges with when it comes to business, organizational stuff. You could say, I'm going to try to do this or that or that, but you really need somebody to help you, right? You really need staff sometimes to give you a hand. But what if you can't afford that? What if the numbers aren't there to justify spending that money? Like a lot of small businesses, have that challenge. So it becomes about efficiency. So I found some efficiency tools that will help you. And then at the end of this, I also decided that I was going to jump in and find some information about government grants. Now, we're going to talk about that a little bit. I'll give you the links for that as well. But just understand that because the government grants are out there, a lot of people apply for them. So it's going to take, a little bit of work to get your applications in, et cetera, and a little bit of patience waiting for them to go through your submissions. But it's definitely worth taking advantage of because the government has that money available for you because you are small business, right? I don't think we have any large corporations here yet. No. Okay. So you're a small business. So therefore these things are here for you. All right. So the first one, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen actually. All right. The first one is Evernote. And there we go.
Feeling disorganized? Evernote brings your notes, to-dos, and schedule together to help you accomplish anything.
I'm sorry, anything? Because I sometimes get these ideas that I think could lead to something big. But before I can do anything about them, they're gone. Oh, see, that was a good one.
Let's bring it back. Capture any idea, no matter when it comes, so you can find it fast and build on it later.
Okay, but my projects are piling up, and I have to manage to-dos for all of them. Can you help me out?
We have your tasks organized by project or due date, and we can even help you prioritize your...
Hold up. That one's due today. That means I have to hunt down a bunch of notes and files and links and...
Actually, all your tasks live inside your notes, right with all your docs, PDFs, links, and web pages.
Sorry, just one more thing. I've got so much going on, and sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. Can I get a reminder? Okay, good. I'm good now.
I hear you, guy. My schedule is packed, and I need to keep track of what happens in every meeting. Can you help with that?
Sure thing. We'll just connect your calendar to your notes and set up reminders to open the right note right when you need it.
I gotta go. I need to get ready for a big meeting, and I don't have time for this.
Wait, just click that. Everything you need is right here.
Thanks, but I really... Oh, hey, everything is right here.
Exactly.
Great, but thinking about how to organize all this stuff kind of makes my brain hurt. Can't I just get what I need when I need it?
You mean... like this?
Actually... yeah. Wait, what is this again?
All right, so you get the general idea. What are your thoughts of that? Is this just another thing that's going to clog up your brain like Trello, or not knocking Trello, but for those that use it? Or can you see a benefit to using a platform like this?
Most definitely.
I use tools like this basically like all the time. I don't use Evernote, but I use things like Notion. And as of recently, I've been experimenting with Obsidian, and a lot of how, what you write on Obsidian is just markdown. So there's already like a form, like a syntax and everything else to bold text or to add bullet points or whatever else.
Right. So. Hey, great seeing you, Adam. By the way,
likewise.
Look, here's a question. What is the learning curve for this, for something like this?
For Evernote, actually pretty low. Like I used Evernote when I was in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions about this? All right. You're probably thinking, wow,
it sounds really cool. It sounds really cool. Yeah.
It does, eh? It sounds like if it could actually work, if I can get Teresa to set it up for me, if somebody can set it up for me, it'll be perfect. We're going to compare.
Well,
I have a feeling with your background, you could figure it out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably
it's pretty straightforward. I've actually used it before. It's pretty good, but there's lots out there, so it's not the only one. But I think people who are trying to do a lot of things and have a lot going on find that it just kind of pulls everything together and helps them see what they're doing today and not have to go spend all that time, going all over the place for this and that.
Yeah, and I don't want anybody to put up their hands for this, but I know that there are business people that we have as members that don't have any sort of tools that they use to help them be organized or productive, except for their email. So
Put up my hand.
So
how can anybody be organized with email? Like,
I
there's
know.
no organization features other than like using folders.
I know. It's crazy. But you know what? Here you have a tool. Opening price is free, and it's not expensive when you take a look at even the biggest package that they have here. It's not an expensive tool to use. So if it can help you to be more organized, I think it's pretty much a win-win-win. And you know what? It's all about time, right? Because I'll tell you, Cassandra, I sometimes spend half an hour looking for something on my desk. Right, I put it there yesterday. I don't know where it is, and then I'm spending a half an hour looking for this thing. If I had one place to go and find things, I think it would be awesome. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah. So myself, I use Google Notes a lot of the time to keep just basic notes, and I make them searchable, and that for me works really well. But I also have another system where I prioritize tasks, and honestly, when working with clients, I find that with almost everybody it seems that I work with, to get them to be consistent in achieving whatever goals that are, I usually start with health goals more so, but I find that organization is something that people are not really good at. And while I was looking through the different platforms and different things for scheduling, because there are so many out there, I came across this one system that is used by Harvard apparently, and the structure was really simple. It's just that you have your task, you have maybe primary, secondary, tertiary tasks, and it's divided down into the date or the time when the thing is due. But then there's also a priority system like this. So like this one right here, I think it's great because, and I know of Evernote, I just didn't know what it can do now. But being able to take your notes like that, and also being able to prioritize it on multiple levels and pull that complex information together is basically the kind of package that I might actually get some of my people to use now, because what I just saw there is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty rocking. And the fact that you can jump in for zero, you can test it out, you can install it, you can play with it, see if it works for you. I think that's pretty cool. Well, let's jump over to the next one, which is Benchmark One. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Benchmark One, but we're gonna go there now.
With Benchmark One's all-in-one sales and marketing platform, it's easy to build a sales and marketing process that drives more leads, nurtures prospects, and upsells customers for your small business. Capture more leads with beautiful on-brand landing pages. Choose from our pre-designed library, or build your own with our simple drag-and-drop feature. Increase your conversions with our pop-up forms, turning website visitors into leads and customers. Track everything from your subscriber count to conversions with our robust landing page and pop-up analytics. Stay top of mind with new leads until they're ready to buy. Nurture your contacts with targeted, personalized communication powered by marketing automation. Tailor your message with dynamic content that shows the perfect offer in the inbox. With follow-up on cruise control, you can focus your valuable time on closing your hottest prospects. Easily create professional-looking newsletters and emails, designed to get open and read with Benchmark One's drag-and-drop email builder. And when a contact is ready to buy, their info is updated in Benchmark One's built-in CRM. You get notified immediately and can follow up to close the sale. Our Gmail plugin allows you to create and manage your Benchmark One's contacts from right inside your Gmail inbox. No need to switch browser windows. Benchmark One gives you the metrics and tools you need to stay organized, automate marketing activities, and drive sales, whether you're logged in or out, doing the things you love most. Ready to see more?
All right, you get the general idea, right? That's Benchmark One. Okay, so obviously, the ideal would be that you go to somebody like Peter or Adam. They're going to build you a really awesome website, etc. But if you are not there yet, you're just starting your business and you want to kind of you're building it yourself. You've gone to GoDaddy or something and they've given you a template and you want to enhance that template. Here are some plugins and tools that you can insert into your site, and it's going to do some really cool things for you, right? So what are your thoughts on this? Adam, what do you think of this? I'm going to pick on you.
I actually think that this looks really cool. I've never really heard about this before. Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a look at it actually, because it looks, at least just in terms of like the customization of it and everything else, it does remind me somewhat of like a WordPress or anything like that, where it's just like, you move a bunch of, pieces and elements together and you make it look how you want it to look. It looks really cool. I kind of want to play around with this.
Yeah, it's neat, eh? It
is.
It doesn't seem like it's an actual WordPress. It just feels like it's an include that you can insert into a website that you built out. I don't think there's a need for you to use this tool for WordPress, although you may be able to use it for WordPress. I haven't actually looked that deep, but again, you get some basic. Sorry, the one thing I do like about this is not a platform that will charge you per user, right? You get unlimited users, and then you get some, contacts and some emails here. Not a lot to start out, but that's free that you can use it. Landing pages, especially when you're promoting something specific, like Andrea, you're putting out a Valentine's Day baskets or something, and you want to create a landing page just for the Valentine's Day baskets. You might want to go in and build something like this out on your own, and it's just plug and play and drag and drop components, and then customizing it, and then making it live, and then linking it from your site or linking it from social media. So that's kind of cool. What do you think, Peter?
So I don't know if it's entirely unique. I've seen stuff like this before. It kind of reminds me of some of the things you can do with HubSpot, and I can think of at least one WordPress platform that has similar marketing and sales funnel automation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering how it compares to those other options. What's its unique advantage over the other systems I can use? And my other comment is that I think the bottleneck for a lot of us, certainly for me, is can have these tools, but someone still needs to make the content and all the follow-up emails and all that stuff. So for me, it's less the tool than either finding time for myself or finding a budget to hire someone to do that part of it for me.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, if you happen to be somebody that's really into, you're deep into creating your own content, etc., then that's great. But if not, even with these tools, you still have to, outsource to, Maggie to write content for you, or, somebody to create video or whatever it is. You still have to do that. And really, Peter, you're hitting the nail on the head. For a lot of people, it's time. They're busy doing their own thing. Even these things that are really simple to use, drag and drop, etc., it's still too much because they don't have the time to do it on a consistent basis, right? So anybody else have thoughts on that? Just jump on in.
That's so good.
I was just going to say there's ways to do it so that you can make those follow-ups evergreen. Whether it's video or just a typed email, you can make it so that they are getting out there automated, so that it is you writing it, yes, or creating that video the one time, but the rest of the time it can be automated. So it takes time at the beginning to set it all up. It is very daunting. It is time consuming for sure, but it will save you time later on down the road. Unless you are continually changing your messaging and then you're constantly doing it over and over and over again.
Right.
But you can automate it.
Yeah, cool. Adam, you're going to say something?
I was, yeah, because I'd actually been like experimenting / building some stuff out with in React for a CRM. But the thing I tend to notice is that as flexible and as extendable as those tools are, I think it also kind of you can have a lot of blind spots in terms of building something out that you forget what people actually need. And it seems like just in terms of the barest, like the essentials that a lot of small businesses really need, mine included, this seems to hit all the right marks. I've also heard of stuff like, like there's other tools out there, but I think that this is a good start, right? Rather than like building something out from scratch.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to move on to Buffer. Most people know about Buffer, but I threw it in here because it's so amazing when you have 2 or 3 social media platforms that you constantly are generating content for, that it's nice to be able to have a tool that can give you a hand. So let's take a look at
Social media management is complex. You are a photographer, designer, video editor, community manager, an analyst. Yet, people think all you do is spend all day on social media. There has to be a better way. And there is. Buffer is a social media management platform built to streamline your workflows and showcase the value of your work. First, analyze your previous posts to see what's working. Know when to post, what to post, and how often to post. Once you're ready, plan and prepare your social media campaigns to increase your reach, engagement, and traffic. Then, jump straight to the posts that need your immediate attention. And never miss an important comment. Finally, repeat the cycle by analyzing your new posts. Measure the impact of your work and report your results so that your team understands the power of social media. Buffer helps you simplify your social media workflows, all in a single platform, so that you can focus on building your brand and maybe take that vacation day that you've been putting off.
All right, that's Buffer. How many people have heard of Buffer before?
Never.
Never.
No.
Okay.
Can I comment?
Yeah, of course.
I use Buffer all the time, actually. I've been using it for years and years. They've made some good changes. I will say the only limitation is that you can't really do carousel posts. If you want to post a post that has more than one picture, say to Instagram, I find there's a few limitations with it, but it is really great. Just know Canva has a really great scheduler now. So I know they've updated it a while ago, but Canva kind of is the loophole around being able to post a carousel post. So through Canva, there's a whole schedule in there that works amazing. And I just started using it and I think it's amazing. Buffer is great.
Can you drop the name into the chat so everybody has it, and maybe a link if you have it? That'd be amazing.
Canva?
Yeah. You're saying Canva.
Canva, yeah.
Oh yeah, Canva. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say I know you know.
Yeah. Everybody else Canva. Okay, but you know what? I think that the thing for me is the scheduling, right? I mean, when you create content and then you have to you then think, okay, I got to go and I got to post it on Facebook, then I got to go and post it over here and post it over. It's nice to have a tool that will help you to post things, especially for those that are currently managing their own and they're not used to automating their processes. It's nice to get started with Buffer, because Buffer is really simple. It's really simple, very straightforward. And let me just see if I even saved the pricing. Oh yeah, here it is. So again, a lot of these platforms, what I love about them is that they allow you to start out for free. Some basic publishing tools, landing page builder, etc., and it's free, right? And that you can manage up to 3 channels, which is pretty amazing, right? So it's not ridiculous. By the way, if you add all of these up, if you had every tool, you'd be spending a fortune. But here you have this amazing social media marketing tool that you can use, and it's fairly affordable. All right. Go ahead.
What I like about this is, for me, which is keen with social media, and I'm sure for everybody else, is the time. I like what they said. When You know how sometimes you'll post something and you don't get much response, but it's the key is the timing and when to post it. So that what's really caught my eye and what I like about this.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely, for sure. Okay, well then we're going to go across to Sumo. So here we go.
Welcome to SumoMe, the best collection of tools for your website. As a team, we've built a few different seven-figure businesses, and these are the tools we have used to grow our traffic and subscribers. Think of it like an app store for your site. And now, we're giving these tools to you for free. So whether you're looking to collect emails, drive traffic to specific pages, or see critical performance metrics in real time, SumoMe has it all. See, we know that creating functional, elegant solutions for your website can be difficult and expensive. You end up spending lots of money and time with little to show on your site. If you have 37 seconds and know how to copy and paste, you can have SumoMe on your website, no matter what platform you use. We are here to help close the gap and provide a toolkit that is easy to use and incredibly powerful. Over 100,000 websites use SumoMe, including some of the most popular sites on the web, like Chive and The Art of Manliness. Now you can have access to the same tools to grow your own traffic and email list. SumoMe is easy to use. You don't have to be a developer or an engineer to create a compelling call to action that gets results. It's as simple as picking a template and typing in your copy. You'll have access to tools like Welcome Mat, which will turn any page into your highest converting page with just a few clicks. We also integrate with the best email providers like Aweber and MailChimp, and many more. Heat maps will show you exactly where your visitors are and aren't clicking, and the Google Analytics tool will show your data in real time without leaving your site. So go to sumome.com right away and click on Try It Now so you can start growing your traffic today.
Okay, so a bit of crossover here with other things that we've seen today, but I like this one. I'd never heard of this before, but I liked it because it's like sticking an iframe into your site. You're able to add these components into your website, and especially for somebody who's not a web developer, you don't want to do it. You don't want to hand it off to somebody like me or Peter or Adam. Then you can definitely do these things on your own, especially new businesses that don't have the money. Eventually you'll hand it off to somebody that does marketing, but initially you might not have the dough. So here you go. You can go ahead and add these really cool things and have a rich looking website, for very little, next to nothing, pretty much. Sumo pricing is free. Look at that. Now you can also pay this for the pro, but you get quite a few things in here that I think you can. Okay, there's some things that you definitely want to upgrade for, but really take a look at the Sumo site. And by the way, this is going to be in my next blog post on the website with all the links to these sites. We are running out of time, so I'm going to just go to the next one, because this one here, I want you to listen to this one. Okay, if you're tuned out, tune back in, because this is mind-blowing. A lot of people talk to me about how we do social media and social media listening. This tool drives social media listening down so that anybody can do it. Okay, anybody can have access to these tools as opposed to going through somebody like me.
Everybody's talking. Are you listening? Meet Mention, the perfect tool for companies that want to listen to every conversation anywhere online, to keep their ears open to all brand discussions, and I mean all brand discussions, to understand the bigger picture, or pay attention to every little detail. For teams that need to show their customers they care, to find out what makes them happy, and keep an eye out for valuable influencers. For companies that want a simpler way to do reporting, eavesdrop on the competition, and keep everybody in the know. All of that in one easy-to-use app that you can manage yourself, or we can do it for you.
Hi, this is Julian from Mention. How can I help you?
Ready to take full control of your brand online? Talk to us today. Or tomorrow. Well, soon.
All right, okay. All right. Adorable. All right, here we go. So that is so social listening. How many people have realized that there's a number of tools out there that you can type in this great city, for instance, and anywhere that anybody's talking about this great city, it will tell you in real time that it's happening right now, right? So you can then jump in and engage with people on that discussion board or forum or whatever. How many people knew that you could do that?
No.
No. Do you think that would be helpful?
Yes.
Anytime someone's talking about BizCon, you get a little ping. Oh, what are they saying, right? And you can jump in and engage. Wouldn't that be nice? Or who's your competition? You know, every time that someone is talking about integrated productivity tools, I get a ping. Oh, someone's thinking about doing a website with him. Wouldn't that be cool? So here is an awesome platform. It's not the cheapest in the world, but it's not expensive. You know, especially if you're planning a campaign. I believe that you have to actually pay this thing. It's billed annually. All right, so you pay it up front, but it gives you a year's worth of really knowing what people are saying about your brand or about your product or products that you might be thinking about carrying in the future in real time, so that you can actually engage with those folks. Imagine you're at a party and you're listening to people's conversations and your ears perk up every single time somebody mentions your name, right? You can do that now with social listening tools like this. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I have too much to really add because I don't know many of these tools. And I was like going to this great city because getting a wide range of feedback and people who talk about these things rather than just, I need this, please put this into my site, is one of the reasons why I come here. So yeah, I don't have too much to say. It does look cool though. It does look very useful, especially if you're talking about just, doing market research or whatever. I can see as being a very huge, like the very, very compelling use case. Right? Cool. Yeah, that's all I really have to add on it.
Yes. Yeah. It's definitely something, especially if you're an agency and you have a client that's paying you for social media, right? Then, it's nice. You're usually pushing information out and you're trying to listen based on the fact that you're managing their pages, right? On Facebook or wherever else. And so you're responding when people ask a question. But imagine that you can actually hear conversations that are happening out there that are not even happening on a platform that you manage. You're just hearing that it's happening here. It tells you where it is, and you can go in there and you can engage. I think that's kind of cool. Go ahead, Peter.
So the one issue I see with this thing is that you need to be able to respond in the moment. And at least for me, I need to be focused on the work that I'm doing. Development is not something that you can do like multitask. You need to be focused for an extended period of time. So again, this sounds like something that either you're doing some kind of work where you can multitask that way, or you need someone working for you who does that responding when you're not able to do yourself.
Yes. Agreed. I mean, that's where you offload it to somebody else that will actually manage it. Because if your business is not social media marketing, if that's not your focus, then it's probably something that you wouldn't want to do. I mean, it's nice to have it. Then after about 3 weeks, you're going to go, okay, I can't respond to every single time that my phone buzzes that someone's talking about me, right? So, but if you are somebody who says, look, you know what, my job is social media, I'm a blogger or I'm a writer or I'm a whatever, then this is a tool that you definitely need. That's my view on that. Anyone else?
I was going to say, I love this, but I couldn't see myself doing it. I would have somebody else do it.
All right. I'll call you later. All right. What are your thoughts? Stephanie Simmons, are you there?
Oh, I didn't hear you. You must have cut out. Sorry.
It's okay.
I think it's really cool. Definitely could see it being used for when you're targeting and you're trying to, launch something new and trying to get info about what people are looking for out there, like how you can solve problems for people. So I think that's something you could probably search on there and just kind of, man that for a little while, like maybe a couple of weeks of, okay, how about this? Like if you were looking to hit the market with a different aspect or try to solve a specific problem for someone, even though your business is this big, you could focus on one little part of it and just see, what people are talking about out there. I think a lot of people do this, but they're looking in Facebook groups to do that, or they're looking in, to see what people are talking about, which takes hours and hours and hours of time to gather this kind of information. So I think it's really cool. Definitely, because all we want to do is focus on what people need out there. So how do you find that out? Well, this is a really easy way to do that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, imagine just typing in sugaring and just listening to all the conversations that are happening. You have to respond just to give you knowledge, right? Lynn, what are your thoughts?
I'm thinking this is interesting to take a look at. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle because I'm trying to pull away from social media and do more in person, face to face. They definitely look like cool tools. I don't know if it would be the thing I'd be looking at. Now the note, I don't know. I'd have to look at the Evernote more for personal stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Managing my 4 children. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I don't know, but it's fascinating. There's so many tools out there, right? And there's definitely lots to look at.
Yes, absolutely. Maggie.
Yeah, that mentioned one. I kind of agree with Peter on the distraction factor. Like if I can see how it could be very valuable on one hand, but on the other hand, I go down enough rabbit holes when I'm researching an article without adding something else into the mix. Because there are times you do need to really, like when I'm writing something, I need to focus on what I'm writing. So I can see it going kind of both ways.
Yeah, while you're writing, all of a sudden, ding, and then you're like, "Oh, what was that?" Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to be able to that's the thing. When I get into writing, I've got to be able to focus, and otherwise I go all over. I go down enough rabbit holes as it is.
Listen, I know because I'm in the middle of something, and all of a sudden my brother sends me a link to a TikTok, and then an hour later it's like, "Oh, wow."
Yeah.
I came out of that. I survived, right? Anyway, so okay. The next thing I wanted to just chat about was about things that are available to small businesses as far as loans and grants. All right. So right now the government has one program, and I'll put I wonder if I actually have the link in here, and I do not. But I will get the link and I'll put it in the article that I write. The support for small and medium enterprises to adopt new technologies. Now, I don't know if any of us here are in that space where we want to adopt new technologies, but basically the note says they boost your business technology stream. Boost your business technology stream will offer support to small Canadian-owned businesses to adopt new technologies. The support will be in the form of grants to offset the cost of retaining digital advisors who will develop digital adoption plans tailored to your business. The grant will cover 90% of the costs to develop the digital plan, up to $15,000, right? So you're able to hire somebody who is in the know, that's going to be able to help you to put together a digital plan. Is it necessary for your business? I don't know, but if it will help your business to be able to develop that digital plan, then there's $15,000 in a grant that's available to you right now. Exciting?
Very.
Okay, good. Then the next one is financing to help small and medium enterprises adopt e-commerce. So how many of you are thinking, oh, there's actually money to help me adopt e-commerce, in a post-COVID era? So here it is. Grow Your Business Online stream of the Canadian Digital Adoption Program will help up to 900,000 small businesses take advantage of e-commerce opportunities. Eligible businesses will receive a micro grant of up to $2,400 to help with the costs related to adopting digital technologies and e-commerce. How many of you were thinking about going and adopting e-commerce, or how many have adopted e-commerce in the past 2 years? Right? So,
Yeah.
so here's a grant. All right. All right. Here, the next one is financing to grow a small business in Southern Ontario. Well, guess what? We're in Southern Ontario, right? And this one says apply for an interest-free repayable contribution from $500,000 to $10 million. Now, okay, this might be way out of our league, but here it is anyway. All right. To scale up and grow your business, adopt new technologies, commercialize innovation, product or processes, or expand into new global markets. Okay, so this one will give you a loan that you know, this interest-free that you have to pay back, but it's $500 to $10 million. All right. So, you know, so Maggie, you know, Writers International, you know, you can go ahead and set that up and and apply for that loan. Okay. And then the last one.
Like, get me a boat. That's what I need.
If that's where your inspiration comes from, Maggie, then you can pitch it, see what the government says. You know, but you have to make sure that you tell them what party you're with. Say, yeah, I'm liberal, so maybe they'll say yes.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna
If they
delete
were to
that
look
part
at any
from
of my posts, they know how anti-liberal I am.
All right. So anyway, this whole conversation never happened. All right. Money and advice for Ontario small business. Okay. So advice and funding for up to $5,000 to help new or existing businesses hire, grow, plan, export, and more. All right. That sounds pretty broad. Sounds like we could probably all fit into that. All right. To qualify for a grant, you must be able to make a contribution in cash or in kind for at least 25% of the grant amount. All right. So how many people knew that there were grants available for small businesses? And how many people know where to go to find that information?
No.
I knew, but didn't know where to go.
Okay. So look for my article coming out called Ivan Tells You Where to Go, and I will. And so you could actually find this because they update it regularly. These grants and interest-free loans that I'm talking about are actually active right now. There are a number of them that are inactive. So I guess they turn them off and turn them on from time to time. But these ones are active right now that you can go and you can apply for. I think it's worth it if you actually have a business plan, you know, and I don't want to ask how many people actually have a business plan, but if you have a business plan and you know where you are in the process of achieving the goals set out in your forecasts, then you probably have most of the information that you need to start applying for these types of grants and loans, right? You probably already have most of it already. So take advantage of it. It's money that's available. The government's saying, hey, I want to give you some money, right? And you know that there are people who may be professionals at this. This is what they do. They go and get money. You know, why not you? So I will have that information put into that article, and that's that. But anyway, anybody have any questions before we wrap up?
I do, Ivan.
Go ahead.
Where are you going to have this information that we can find that?
Oh, great question. Okay, so I'm going to take the notes that I have here, turn it into an article this afternoon, and it'll be posted on This Great City. So if you just go to blog posts, it'll be there, and the links will be in it.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry. And the other thing that I will have too is when I post this on YouTube, this video, all the links will be in there because I borrowed, you know, if you're showing videos of other people's stuff, you have to give them credit. Who knew? Anyway, so all the links will be in there, including the link to the government grants. All right. Okay, so just to recap, everybody, listen, thanks for coming out. I hope it was informative. I hope you're thinking, wow, there's so much available out there. I'd love to take advantage of it. But don't forget that tomorrow morning in Chatham, we have a coffee mixer. And I'm sure that William Street Cafe has like the best lattes ever. So, you know, of course, outside of Hamilton, I mean. And then the city leader call tomorrow morning. Please, city leaders and city councilors, please be there. I know that you're out at your event tomorrow morning, Stephanie. If you can jump in afterwards, that would be great. And then we have the mastermind, which everyone, I totally invite you to meet me at the mastermind on Wednesday at noon. It will be awesome. All right. Thursday morning, I'm dying to hear the presentation by Chris. That's going to be a lot of fun. So to jump onto Tech Talk on Thursday, and next week Maggie has her event in St. Catharines. All right. So we're all over the place. Thank you everybody for coming out, and I will see. Oh, go ahead, Stephanie.
Can I just say one thing? So I think this is very helpful for everyone because we're all in business, right? Yesterday I was doing this thing that just suggested to audit something like your Instagram profile, for example. So I've been checking like a few, and I checked my own too. So I had a message from somebody who said they clicked my link and they couldn't book for my calendar because I needed to update my calendar. So check your Instagram profiles and make sure you're making it easy for people to do business with you. So check to make sure you have a link to how they can book with you, or how they can, use those book now buttons, and just do like an audit of your Instagram. Hopefully you have an Instagram page. If not, audit your Facebook or wherever you do business the most. But I thought that was just a neat reminder, because sometimes, we just get away from it, or the link in there doesn't actually go to your website. It goes to an article or something like that, where people really just need to be able to connect with you quickly. Because people don't want to have to go find how to connect with you. They want to just click a button, right?
So how many people here are really, you think that you're a pro at Instagram?
Never.
Does anybody feel they're really good at Instagram?
No.
I'm looking for somebody to do an Instagram. Come on. So, who's?
I mean, I'm okay.
I know someone.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Because I think it'd be really cool to have somebody come in and say, this is how you really capitalize on Instagram. I'd like to get somebody that does that, and Pinterest. I think that would be hot. Go ahead, John.
No, I was just going to say, one of our speakers at the BizCon in Mississauga, Brand Media, is actually putting on an entire presentation on how to manage your own tools through, social media. Instagram is a big one for them. They actually manage my social media. They're doing a fantastic job on Instagram, but their goal in Mississauga is to teach people how to do this for themselves. It's a completely free seminar just by coming out to the show. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about that, you can catch Brand Media's seminar at BizCon.
Okay, and of course, this Great City member is getting there for free, but I'm actually looking for like a member that would like to do a presentation on something. So, trying to get you guys all involved. I really appreciate the, Chris, thank you so much for stepping up and doing that presentation on Thursday, Kevin and Alessandra and Shannon. I love folks getting involved. You guys are tired of hearing me talk, right? So let's get you guys involved so that you can do a presentation. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ivan.
Amazing day.
Thanks, Ivan. Have a great week, everybody.
Have a good week.